7 reasons why missing your ex hurts so much that you want to know if you want to get past that pain. My name is Emanuel. I'm a relationship coach. For years I've been helping people to win back their ex, escape the friend zone, or lead happier relationships. First of all, you have to know that you have my full compassion. I was exactly where you are right now. I was just lost with my broken heart. I had no idea what happened to me, why I felt so horrible, and how to get out of it. So that I would finally kind of feel better. For you to not also have to go through this feeling so long. You have to know those 7 reasons. Of course, I put the, for me, most important reason in the end, so you don't miss out on any of them and are highly motivated to follow through this video. First reason. Did you know that research shows that heartbreak goes in the same center in the nervous system in your brain where real physical pain is reported to? So for your brain, there is actually not much of a difference, actually almost no difference between heartbreak and real physical pain. They showed images of ex-partners to people and found that the same area was stimulated in the brain like when they did a real physical pain to them. So for your brain, you're actually in pain, although it's just virtual or actually not physical. For your brain, it is very physical. Second reason, we're not only afraid of losing that person that's dear to us and the love and all those things, we are actually afraid of losing the whole future. So in our future that we painted for ourselves, there was this relationship and there was this partner. And with this partner leaving, we lose this future. So it's very important for you to stand up and know that there will be a future. And in case, little hint from your coach, in case this is not working out again anymore, you can still take all this experience with you. And I found that people moving on had even greater relationships in the future if they worked through the lesson they just learned and got. So your brain thinks your whole future is gone. It's not true. It's a lie. The third reason is there's a whole cocktail of emotions that we are actually not aware of. We think that we are heartbroken, but at the same time, we are kind of angry about things that why we feel lonely. And the funny thing is, we feel lonely in moments where we've been lonely before. For instance, when we sit in an office or in a cubicle. We never had our partner there, but right now after the breakup, we sit there and feel lonely. Before we sat there and were not feeling lonely, but our brain makes the difference. And this is, for instance, another feeling, but there's even more. Angry, loneliness, frustration, feeling of being left behind, feeling of not being enough. All those little emotions, some even from our past, from our childhood, all those emotions come up and create a very nasty cocktail in our brain. So it's for us sometimes very hard to pinpoint what it is exactly because of switching the whole time. It's very important for you to know that this is just taking place right now, that this is happening, and let it happen. Take your time, go through those sad feelings and all kind of other negative feelings, and know that it will vanish with time, but give it its time and let it happen, and don't fight against it, but be with it and then come out again quicker. The fourth reason is that we have so many things that right now we would love to clarify. We would love to discuss with our ex-partner. Emanuel, can I call him? Because there are so many points, you have to listen to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And I say, yeah, I feel you, but it would not help you because, but if he would know this, if she would just know this, then she would change her mind. No, she would not change her mind. The truth is that never an argument really brings back a partner, but you have to know that you sit on all those points and you have to let them go. I recommend that you write those things down. It really helps you a lot because then it is somewhere. It's not all in your head, but you can channel it onto that paper. This paper should just never leave your desk. It's just for yourself or maybe a good friend of you with whom you can share all those moments and then let it go. Fifth reason, maybe your partner left you not on good terms, but is still mad at you. Maybe he's angry, unhappy. Maybe he's still shouting around or discussing with friends that you were so mean or stupid or whatever. Right now, you don't have an armor to save yourself from these accusations. So it's very tough for you to not listen if people approach you, sharing that your ex-partner is running around complaining about you. You have to know that this right now is a time for you. It's not the time to think about what your ex-partner thinks, but it's your time to get through this painful period. And even if there is the case that we have to clean up some things, we can do this later. Many times ex-partners are very aggressive because they are so cool now. He left you, she left you, now leaving you. He thinks that he can clean up everything and come complaining with everything that whatever little minute things that have been wrong in the relationship. Don't listen to that. If people start to tell you about this, ask them to just be quiet about it. First, we have to recreate yourself. We have to recreate your self-esteem, which is like an armor on a psychological level, on a mental level. And then it's much easier to see through all those accusations and see what's right and needs to be handled and what's utter bullshit and can be ignored. Keep on your mind how unfair an ex-partner can be once they left a relationship. I saw many nasty cases where I was very happy that my coachee didn't hear of this stuff at first, but much later, and that the friends and family kind of safeguarded my coachee before he or she learned about all those accusations. The sixth reason also is a very nasty one, because your self-respect really is down usually after a bad breakup. If you still have feelings, if you're still in love, your self-respect right now is crumbling down and you think of yourself as like the most unworthy object in the universe. It's not the truth, but it's what you think right now. It's a hallucination. But even listening to me saying this to you will not help, but it's the truth. So your self-esteem will grow back, your self-respect will also grow back. What's very important right now, be very careful of your posture, because like with a depressive person, people that are brokenhearted usually have a very bad posture, the shoulders hanging down. So be aware that you open up here and you have a good posture. Even though you don't feel that way, it will help your nervous system to more feel this again, because the body is in this case showing the way. So friends and family should help you. Ask friends and family that they do things with you that cheer you up a little bit, so you forget about the low self-respect. Advise sport, any kind of things that help to have a better posture, breathing techniques, and of course going out and meeting people although you don't feel that way. It helps, so you get from your daily contacts with other people the feedback that you are actually a very cool and good person, and this helps your self-respect to grow back. Before we come to the seventh reason, please subscribe the channel so you don't miss out on new videos. Activate the bell so you're getting notified when we post new videos on YouTube. If you have a friend who also might need this content, share the video, and of course leave a like or a comment. We are happy to help and answer your questions. Seventh reason, for me a major one. If you've been together with a person, you're deeply conditioned to be together with this person. So you know, for instance, how this person feels if you touch him or her. You know the smell of the person. There are habits that you shared. He or she might have called you always in the evening or texted you. All those moments got stored in your nervous system and conditioned you deeply to know this person very well. Once he or she leaves you, all your conditions stay behind, now unfulfilled and not nourished anymore. I could say it's not totally correct, but it helps you to understand it. Means that you have all kind of moments during the day, from day to day, where you would have had some contact or a certain reaction or a question or even a little fight on the weekend on where to go, or a little fight when you came home back too late, or if you were annoying. All those things are not there anymore. And it is known in childhood and education that the worst thing you can do to a child is ignore him. It's harder to ignore a child than to beat a child. And this is what you're going through right now. You're going through a phase where your nervous system, your brain, your psyche thinks that you are ignored. Hard time. So you come home and everything is unchanged, for instance, if you live together. There's still everything like it was in the morning. Or you are on the weekend and you would just like to share something, but you cannot share it anymore. Or there would be some kind of fight. So all these things are suddenly missing. And this missing is something that's wearing you down on a very silent way. Sometimes you don't even feel it, but there is, I don't know, you feel incomplete or you just feel bad and you don't know why. And this is because we are very social beings. We humans are very, very social. And once something social is taken away by us, it leaves behind a very big hole. And your nervous system is reporting you the state with pain and all the other things that I mentioned before. So it's very important that you take care of yourself, that you go into social contact, although you think no one can replace your partner. It's true and it's not true. So meet friends, hug them, let someone stay at your place so he messes up everything a little bit. Although this is maybe annoying, but this would fill those holes. Maybe you have a friend and you can go with a dog, you can cuddle with a cat or whatever. All those things are helping your social being a little bit more nourished and not feeling totally lonely and all those conditions crying for contact where is none anymore. If you have any questions, leave them in a comment or address them via email team@datedoctor-emanuel.com. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and of course in the web, datedoctor-emanuel.com. We have text with more details. I wish you all the best and that the next time we see each other here or you see something else, you're already better off. All the best to you, your date doctor and relationship coach, Emanuel. I hope you enjoyed my coaching session. For more information on relationship and dating coaching, go to datedoctor-emanuel.com.